talk about today and kind of what you guys were working on, and then going into Sunday tomorrow with obviously a different format than you're used to.
Yeah, it's really cool for being at the home track for Advanced Auto Parts. Really excited that we've been able to keep that #1 spot, and really proud of my team. They've done such an amazing job. Looking at the killer runs that we've made for the last 2 races, getting us, this is I believe our 3rd in a row #1 qualifier position, and with the last 2 races and this one. So I think it's a really cool feeling. I've never done that before, so it's kind of exciting. It's obviously due to my crew chiefs, Dan Hood, Ronnie Thompson, my entire team. But you know what? I think it's awesome that our Chevy Camaro is flying down the racetrack, and to be able to go out there Q3. Obviously, our run to get us in the top spot was Q2, and those were in some prime conditions. But Q3 going out there, we actually wanting to slow our car down a little bit. It kind of overpowered the track in Q3. It was actually, if you look at all the 60 and our incremental times were on a spectacular run. So it's really cool to kind of look at that and know what we were trying for. But unfortunately, right about the 8th mile track, it just started shaking real hard. I had to get out of it. So we just overpowered it. So we came back, kind of regrouped, and I think we tried to do still a similar setup, because obviously it was cooling off a little bit, had a little bit more cloud cover, and then we're able to go out there and run a 92. So it held on. I'm excited. Obviously, we're pushing the car to see what it'll do in the heat, but at the same time, we've got to kind of figure out our setup for race day tomorrow. So really proud of my guys for this entire Advanced Auto Parts team. It's a really cool feeling to be in the top spot, but obviously our goal tomorrow is going rounds and picking up those points.
Stan?
Stan Creekmore, outside the box. Okay, a couple of questions. Is it going to be a long night, not because you're #1, but because Graham Rahal will be racing in Phoenix starting at 9 o'clock Eastern time?
I know, I missed most of it last night. It's so hard. Usually he's the one over on the East Coast staying up late. Now I'm trying to watch his qualifying, and I text him I gotta go to sleep, so let me know how it goes tomorrow. Obviously he understands that. Got to get my rest for obviously qualifying and for race day. So it'll be a little nerve-wracking. It's going to be hard to sleep knowing that he's out there racing, and obviously that'll be the first thing I check when I wake up to make sure he's okay. But he'll actually be here when I wake up, so I guess I'll find out in person.
Okay. Does this year feel like the best year of your racing career?
Absolutely. I feel like we've got really the full team, the full setup, the full, the car, the parts, the speed, the horsepower, the sponsorship. I mean, having Advance come on board, giving me this opportunity to really continue to race, but with, Peak, with AAA, with Monster Energy, for all of our sponsors really pushing us forward with Chevrolet, and having that support, and then having this team that's really backing me. These are the guys that I've been working with for a few years now, so I feel like we've all really got really gelling together, and I think we all just work together. We have fun out here, and even if we have some bad rounds, it's so great that I have these crew chiefs that are so supportive of me. Obviously, one being my brother-in-law, so he's kind of stuck with me, but it's a lot of fun working with them. They make it fun, and no matter what, they lift you up, even if you've had a bad day and you've made that mistake. It doesn't matter. They are always there supporting me. So I'm really lucky that I have a team like that, and really with everyone at John Force Racing. I mean, the entire Brain Trust coming together and making our team some of the strongest I think we've ever been in the seasons past. So I'm not sure if we all stayed 1, 2, and 3 or not, but really just being in that top half of the field with all of JFR, I think we all feel pretty good about it. So I think, like you said, for me, this does feel like one of our best seasons yet, and really excited to see where we're going to take it.
Okay.
Jacob?
Courtney, I was talking to your dad earlier today, and he was talking about the upswing kind of starting, and what you guys are doing as an organization to really push to get back on that threshold, get back to the best times from last year. But for you personally, do you feel like this is the best place that you've been in from a performance standpoint in your career so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think I can take a lot away from what I've learned in the past 5 years. This is my 6th season in Funny Car, and I'm not saying I'm not out there still making mistakes, but I think I'm starting to pick up on it a lot quicker than I had in the past. Obviously, working hard on reaction time, it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot harder at this track because there's so much going on. So I'm practicing on my tree and working as hard as I can. But I do feel like this is kind of our best season. I feel like we've really got it together. And like I said, I feel like for me, performance-wise, I feel like this could be, the best year yet for us. So it really gets me excited with the team that I'm with, the car that we have, and I think I really saw that over testing in the off season. That's kind of where you start feeling out, what your team is capable of, what kind of car you have going into the new season, and that's where we set the unofficial National League T record. So, I knew from that point, like, this has got to be a good year. We figured something out. These guys have worked so hard over the off season, and it makes me really proud to drive for them.
And not just your guys working hard too, but you look at the suit. I mean, how instrumental, you had the Traxxas support for so long, but how instrumental has the changeover and picking up Advance Auto Parts, the support that they've brought, not just to you, but to the whole JFR organization?
Yeah, for the entire team. Well, first off, it was an amazing partnership with Traxxas. They're the ones that gave me my start in Funny Cars, so really owe a lot to them. It was a great 5 years, and you know what, it was a lot of fun working with them and everyone, and to have them still out here for the Traxxas Nitro Shootout, that's what we're fighting to get into right now. But to have Advance come on board, we really met them through Peak. They came out to a race. Obviously, they were actually on my dad's Funny Car at one point last season,
yeah.
and that's where we started meeting them, and they're like, man, we've got to get out here, get back into drag racing, and just to see how close the fans get, and they can see that what we're doing out here is it helps. I mean, you can see it firsthand. The fans can come right up to the ropes. They can meet the drivers, and the teams watch what they're doing, and tearing apart the motor, rebuilding it. And they just get so close up to everything, and then getting to go out to their displays, meeting their customers and our hospitality, and having the entire program come together, it gets me excited. I'm excited because I think there's over 200 people from Advance Auto Parts out here this weekend, so to be able to meet with all of them firsthand and tell them that everyone at their company is really excited, and that's when they know that they've done something right, makes me feel good, obviously, but I'm doing my best to perform and make them proud. And I think for everyone at John Force Racing, the support that they put in, not only to me, but for all of our teams is huge. I mean, that's how we can continue to test, to try new things, and have better race cars.
Great, perfect.